Here are 4 books with age gap in them, so if you're interested in that genre, I recommend reading these first. Age gap. A lot of people don't like that genre of taboo romance. I love it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's cringy. Totally get it, because from these 4, there's one that made me feel that way. A lot of people might be like, what's the age difference? The sweet spot that I'm noticing with all the books I'm reading is usually about 15 years. And when you compare the ages when they're older, like, oh, she's 30, he's 45, not a big deal. But when she's 18 and he might be 33, it hits different. I love it every time. Let me start off with one of my favorites, Birthday Girl. This was my intro to age gap stories, and I'm so happy it was. It's because if I would have started off with another book, it probably would have completely diverted me from this type of genre of romance. You have the MMC who falls for the FMC who used to be his son's girlfriend. If you want to see if age gap is for you, start here. Older, Jennifer Hartman. I enjoyed this one too. The only difference with this one is that the story was pretty long. So you had to wait for a good minute. But overall, the story was still super good, and another one to read if you want to see if you like this type of stories. 5 Brothers. I didn't like this one because there's a lot of stories going on in this book. So age gap ends up turning into a really big part of it, but like the first 60%, there's a whole lot going on. I think the reason I didn't like this one is because I realized I don't like stories that have multiple main characters and love interest. That's not my thing. So when most of the story, there's no romance building with anybody because there's just so much going on. And then the last few, it comes together. And this book gave me just like the ick. I just wasn't a fan of this one. In this one, you have a couple very young. They have a kid. They're into music. They're gonna become superstars. They have their BFF. And the BFF has some family stuff happen where his life has to take a big turnaround. And he pretty much becomes the caretaker when the parents aren't around to their daughter. He knows the daughter since the day she was born because he went to the hospital and they asked him to be her godfather. He has a large hand in raising her, and then they get older. She gets older, and then she turns 17, and just feelings change. If you're gonna start off with any age gap, start off with these 2. If you're into age gap and you have more recs of other age gap stories, please let me know, because this is one of my faves. I love this, and I need more on my shelves. Let me know which one you start your world in and how you felt about it. Happy reading.